Welcome back, guys. From our last lesson, we did 3 tables, and these are the tables that we did. And as you can see, I went ahead and filled in some dummy data. So you can see that our tables have some data right now. If you don't remember how we did create these tables, you can go back to the previous video and watch it. So for now, let us talk about something we call forms. So forms are input screens that allow you to enter, view, and navigate through that data in your table in a nice way. Right now, what you see is the data just organized in this way of organizing data is not appealing to the user. So we need to organize it in a way that the user will be able to see it. Now, for us to do that, we use something we call forms. Now, if you come to create here, you have this tab, the entire tab here for forms. There are 3 ways that you can create forms, and I'll explain the 3 ways using the 3 tables that you have here. The first one is the auto way, or the automatic way, by using this form button. So for you to be able to use this, you click on the table here and you use the form button. I'll explain in a few minutes. The other one is form design. This allows you to design the form from scratch and put the fields that you want on the form. And the last one is by use of form wizard, which is here. So we'll explain all of them. But for now, let us start with the using this form, the auto form, or the automatic way of creating it. So what you need to do is first of all, you need to select the table that you want to create the form for. So on my 3 tables, I'm selecting the first table, which is customers here. Then I'll click on this form. So automatic, you can see what Access has done. It has created for me the form, and down here we also have the relationship of the forms, or which table they are connected to. Now, when you create the form, the first time this form opens, it opens in something we call layout view. If you right click here, you will be able to see here. So layout view allows you to see how your form is. In layout view, you can still edit your form. Alternatively, you can go to design view by clicking here and choosing design view, or here and choose design view. Now here you can modify your form and remove things that you don't want. Now the other thing is form view. Form view allows you to view and enter your data. So you see, when you're on form view, you can navigate through your records down here with this navigation, and you can see that we are able to move through our data. So for you to be able to work with your form, you need to be on form view. But for now, let's go back to layout view here so that we can do a bit of modification. Now, the ID here is auto. It is automatically created by the computer. So I don't need to show users this one. So we need to delete it. So click on it and press the delete button on your keyboard, and it's gone, but there is space left here. So just click again and it highlights that space, and click delete, and you can see that space is gone. Now our fields here, we can modify our field names here. So if I click on this, if I double click on it, I can now rename and do what I want on it. So for example, let me do this and say passport photo, so that the user knows what it is. And here we say, and rename this and say customer ID, and just to make it appear nice, instead of first name, I can see this one looks nicer than what we have from the table. Last name. So just remember, you just simply double click on it, and it will allow you to edit. Date of birth, gender. Instead of just saying phone, you can say phone. Phone number. City is okay. Then points. I think that is okay. Good. So there we are. Now there are more modifications that you can do on. For example, if you need these things to be bold, so I can just click on the first one, hold Control, and click on the other. So Control on Windows, and I think on Mac it's a Command. So select them that way. Then you can come to the property sheet here. So you have to be on design and you be on property sheet here. Then you can do some things here. For example, font size here 11, logos. Now what I want is the font weight here. Right now it's normal, so I need to put it to bold. If you click on that, you'll see it has changed to bold. The other thing is you can do something like the color. If you want to change the color of those items, so if you scroll through, you'll be able to see all these items. For example, if you want to change the font name, you can select the font from here and so on. Alternatively, you can come to the home tab here and you'll be able to do some of the things from here. You can see it's already bold because I selected bold from this section. You can come here and change the color. Let me say pick a dark color like that one. You can see that the color is changing and so on. So now that is our form. So if I go to form view now, if I right click and go to form view, you can see what has happened. So this is how our form looks like. Now we can also modify this title here. So if you go back to layout view and you click here, if you double click, it will allow you to change that. So here I can say capture customers details, something like that. Again, remember this one, you can also change the color and the style of it also the same way from the property window here, or by going to the home tab and doing a few things here. Remember, you can make it bold, you can see it's changing, you can increase the size, you can change the color and so on. So let's see how it looks like now from view. And this is what we have, or this is the form that we have. Perfect. Now let's save this form. So right click and choose save, or come up here and click on save or Control S. So save, call these customers FRM form. And when you save, a new category is created, forms, and your form is there. Perfect. Now just a few things that I want us to do. Let us create this form to be a pop-up form so that it pops up instead of just being sticking on the window here. So go back to layout or design view, whichever you like, and here you need to come to all here. Then what we are looking for is need to find, okay, so there's a mistake. You need to ensure that here is the form that is selected. You can come on this drop down here and select form that way. Remember the other time, whatever item is clicked here is what you'll get the options for here. Now we want to modify the form, not the items here. So I can come to this drop down and pick the form itself there. And what I want is this option here, pop up. Now it is saying no. Pop up allows it to stick out of this entire window and be a single form. So I want this pop up to be set to yes, and the model here I also want it to be set to yes. Perfect. Now if I save the form that way and I open it in form view, you can see what happens. So the form pops out. Now it is not sticking to the other window, but it is a separate form. So now it looks nice. Now you can also modify the size of these fields, like the passport here looks so, this field looks so big, but you can change. So right click on the title here and I go back to a layout. Alternatively on this I prefer to go to design that way, and you come to the passport field here and just reduce the size a bit. So you can reduce their sizes. Okay. At the same time, you can reduce the size of the form so that you don't have a very big form. Perfect. Okay, that looks okay. So you can also increase it going downwards, bottom, but for now, save that and let's see how the form looks like. From you can see that the form has reduced in size. Now you can navigate through the form. Now this navigation here is for these table that is linked to, but the navigation down here is for the form itself. So what we can do is just go to layout view and remove this one for the table. Just click on it and press delete. It will ask you, do you want to do, so select this table and click delete, and you can see the table that is linked to is gone. Now save that, and if you go back to form view, now you have a nice small form without all those other items, and you can see now navigation down here. So if I want to add like a passport for this person, just click on it or double click. But when you click, you have this option here. So click on the attachment, add here, and look for the picture where your picture is. So there is my item. Click on it and say add, and okay, you can see my passport is there. So you can keep on navigating through these. Perfect. So that is the first way of creating a form using the outer way. So we are done with this. Just close it. Perfect. Now we go to the second option of creating a form, and that is by using the form design option here. Now for form design, you have to drag the items that you need. So we will use our orders table here. So what we need to do is click on form design here, and you'll get this empty form. The next thing you need to do is be on design tab here and come to add existing fields from here. So click on it and it will show you your fields that you have, or the tables that you have here. So the first time you launch it, what you'll see is this. So you have to click on show all tables and it will show you the tables that you have. So we are doing for orders. We need to click on this plus, then it shows us the fields that we need. So we don't need the ID, but we need the order ID here. So you click on it, hold it, press it and release it in there. The next one, the same thing, press it, hold, drag, release in there. So you keep on holding and dragging them to the form until you are done. So do this. Perfect, and there we are. So before you even go further, if you view this form in form view, you can see what you have. So you can again navigate through your record, but now it looks quite messed up. So let's fix that. So we need to go back to design view on this case. Yeah, so again, these items you can rename them instead of order. Call these order ID, customer ID, product ID, quantity, the price, and the date of order. Perfect. Now let's modify these things. So highlight all of them that way, or you can just click on one and hold control and so on. Go back to home, make them bold, change the color, something darker. Let me go with blue this time. And also you can do the size here. So perfect. As you increase, you will notice that some of the items are cut here. So what you need to do is highlight all of them and try to increase them this way. Perfect. So these ones, you can also highlight them, and again, you can increase their size that way. So now the next thing is, let's put a title for the form here. So come back to design here, and in here we have this option for label. Pick this one, come here and draw it there. So what we'll do here, we'll just say capture order details. There we are. So click on it and home, make it bold, change the font color, and increase the size a bit. So there is something like 22. There we are. So this form is done. You can reduce the extra space down here by doing that, and the extra space on the left by simply doing this so that your form doesn't go out. Then save it, and let's do this as order, and order FLM, and do OK. There we are. So if you go to form view, let's see, this is the form we have. Now let us detach it from the main window so that we see how it looks like. So go back to layout, and ensure from the property window here that you've selected the form there. Then the pop-up, so you have to be on all here. Then the pop-up, yes, and the model, again do yes. I'll come back here, save it, or Control S. Now open in form view, and there you have a nice small form. There you go. So as easy as that. So now you can also navigate through here, or you can also make some changes. If you want to change the product, the quantity, let's say this guy picked 2 of them, so you just say 2 and the system automatically does the update for you. Perfect. So those are 2 ways of creating a form. Now let's go to the last way, which is the third way. So if you come to create here, you have this option for form wizard. Now use the form wizard to do for the product. So run the form wizard, and what it will give you the wizard dialog box. From here, select the table that you want. Now you want for products. There we are. These are the items that we need. Now you have to select these items and add them to the selected field section. You can click on it and add it by that. You can add all of them by this, or you can double click, and as you double click, they simply move from the available to the selected field here. We don't need the ID, that's where we are leaving it. So go to next there, and here you have options of how you want your form layout to be. So you have tabular, column, and so on and so on. So tabular means that your labels will be at the top here, and you'll be entering your data going downwards. So what I need is a column here. So go to next. Then how do you want to save your form? So the title of your form, just product, leave it that way, and do finish. And there you have a form, and you can see it is saved here as products. Now, as you can see, you can navigate through your form. So we need now to edit a few things on the form. So click on that and go to layout or design view, whichever you like. There we are. So here, first of all, change this to capture products details. There we are. Now we can increase this to ensure that it fits on a single line. That way, then we can reduce this. So we need to go downward and reduce this so that we'll be able to push this up that one. So let us increase this. So home, do it bold, change the color, make it okay, let's go with the 22. Looks perfect. Again, so here let's change a few of these things to user friendly. Product ID, product name, quantity, in stock, and the price. Perfect. So again, highlight them that way, go back home, or you can use this section here, bold, change the color, you can increase the size. Perfect. So let's do a bit of reducing this, and again this one that way, quantity in stock. So let's make them all to be the same length, the same width, and reduce the form. Perfect. Then go back to here, select the form, pop up, yes, model, yes, save that, open form view, and that's the nice form that you have there. So you can see our navigations down here and everything here. Now you can do further formatting. For example, these items, you might want all of them to be on the one side instead of being mixed up. So if I go to layout view and I select all these columns that way, I can come to alignment, which you can get on the properties here, or you can come to home and the alignment here, so that you want everything to be at the left, and this is what you get. Everything is on the left side. If you want everything at the center, you want everything on the left. So I'll go with the left side there, and if you save it now and you launch in form view, you can see everything is well organized on the left hand side. So hope you've gotten that. So that is the 3 ways of creating forms in Access. So thank you for watching and hope this helps you.